They say to put things on social media when you need accountability, like tell social media that you're going to work out every day for 30 days because then you'll do it. Well, that's not always true. I had planned to do a video every day until my birthday, 90 days leading up to my birthday. I even made a big video about it. Hey, follow me while I post a video every day till my 60th birthday. Follow me for 90 days. That was way too ambitious. I mean, I could have probably done it, but there were a lot of things going on in my life simultaneously that I had not anticipated would be going on at the same time. And so in a nutshell, I had some family drama. Without putting too much out there, let me just say that mental health issues, when you have family members struggling with their mental health, it impacts you so much. The concern that you have, obviously, for somebody who's struggling can take away from everything else in your life. And that's pretty much what happened. All I really had time for was my family member and my job, and no other time for anything else. And particularly not for making random videos because it was taking a lot of time. It was taking so much time and I just didn't have it. So I just wanted to say that, number one. There's an ant on my counter. Why? Summer is coming. Anyway, as I said, I'm about to turn 60 and it's now going to be in 11 days. The weird thing about turning 60, it's a big number. It's just a number, but it's still a big number. And the weird thing about it for me is that you have physical changes between 50 and 60. I definitely look a lot older than I did 10 years ago or 15 years ago, but inside your head, you still think the same as you did 15 years ago. And sometimes you think you look the same until you look in the mirror and you realize, yeah, girl, no, you're aging. But still, it's a celebratory occasion, right? Any birthday is a celebratory occasion. And so here I am about to turn 60 with no plans. So I put in ChatGPT and I also put on Threads, looking for ways to celebrate my 60th birthday. The first one came from a friend of mine. She said I should celebrate the whole year. And she said she got that from Brooke Shields. She said Brooke Shields posted on Instagram that she's turning 60 and she's going to celebrate the whole year. I love that idea. So, but how do you do that, right? How do you go about celebrating every day of the year or over the course of a whole year? That ant is driving me crazy. Hold on. I really don't want to hurt him. I'm going to take him outside. And I only see one. That's a good sign. Okay. So here's some ideas. And I would love to, if you have any other ideas on how to celebrate. I'm thinking, okay, I can do 60 new experiences over the course of the year. It could be trying a new food or visiting a new city or whatever, 60 experiences, going bungee jumping. Yeah, I would not do that, but you know what I mean. Okay, another idea is to read 60 books. When was the last time I even read one book? I think that's a good idea in theory, but would I actually do that? I don't know. I just have a hard time with reading. My bandwidth is my attention span is really low. Another idea I came up with was to visit 60 new cities. Okay, this ant, you see him? I'm gonna take him outside. I'll be back. I hope I didn't take him too far from his family. Did you ever think about that? He may have a whole family, I hope not, that lives in my house. Hopefully he has family outside because that's where his new home is. Okay. I'm sure I can just go underground, right, and find everybody, all his cousins and everybody. All right, as I was saying, another idea I had was to visit 60 new cities. I wish I could visit 60 countries. I don't have the time or the money for 60 countries, but 60 cities sounds doable. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath from running. Where should I go? A lot of them will have to be in the US where I'm based, but that would be kind of cool. I could do 60 cities in a year. You just have to do some weekend trips, right? I love that idea. Okay. Another idea I had was to try, well, no, that goes under the experiences. I was going to try 60 new foods. I don't think there's 60 foods out there that I haven't tried. What else? Oh, another thing was to divide it into groups of 10, like 6 groups of 10. So I could read 10 books, visit 10 cities, try 10 new foods, right? Do something in groups of 10 to come up to 60. So I don't know, what should I do? What should I do? I'm looking for ideas. I'm looking for a way to just really be grateful, to celebrate this occasion, and also to really I feel like, you just want to take life by the hands, right? You just want to be like, okay, I'm grateful I'm still here. I'm still relatively young. I'm still healthy. Let me do what I can do now. Because even though turning 60 is a little bit stressful, it just feels like such a big number. You feel so old. You can't really claim that you're young anymore at 60. Right? At 45, you can claim that you're young. At 60, no. However, when I'm 90, when I'm turning 90, I'm going to be like, damn, I wish I was turning 60, right? Isn't it always like that? Like right now I'm turning 60 and I wish I was turning 50 or 40, right? You always will appreciate having made it to that age, but I'm grateful that I'm not turning 90 in 11 days, although that would be a blessing. This is a good year. So it's worthy of celebration. Every birthday is, but this is a big monumental one. So I think for the actual birthday, I might go on a little mini trip, maybe. I don't think I can plan a trip to happen in 11 days. Maybe I could. Anyway, so one new experience I want to try is going on a cruise. So I've never been on a cruise. I used to kind of poo-poo cruise people like, they're not real travelers. When you're turning 60, cruising sounds a lot more appealing. I actually like the idea of having everything taken care of, pay all your fees up front. You're not dealing with, currency conversion. You're not dealing with trying to figure out tips and things like that. Everything's taken care of. But I don't want to have multiple days at sea because as a solo traveler, to me, that sounds a little monotonous. I would rather have, oh my God, I see another ant. Are you kidding me? I mean, am I surprised? Oh my gosh, be right back. Okay, 2 is concerning. I'll deal with that later. It reminds me, once I lived in San Diego, and I will never forget this. They say when things are traumatizing or things invoke a lot of emotion, you will never forget them. Well, I was in San Diego and I bought some dinner and I put my takeout, I ate the food, and then I put the takeout container on the counter and I went to sleep. I mean, it's traumatizing to think about it now, but when I woke up, there was a path of ants coming from, I think it was under the counter in my kitchen, coming up the counter, up the cabinet, across the counter to the takeout container. I'm not kidding. It was like 8 inches wide of ants. And it was like 3 feet long and 8 inches wide of ants. They called all their cousins, their uncles, their aunties, their grandmas, everybody, the whole neighborhood was going to my takeout container. I almost had a heart attack that day. So seeing 2 ants is not really alarming, but as I said, if you see 2, there's more. So I've got to handle that. Anyway, so that's why I have not done a video every day leading up to my birthday, the 90 days leading up to my birthday, but my birthday is in 11 days. So please tell me ideas for celebrating my 60th. I'm really looking forward to seeing any of your comments, and every day is a blessing. So I am sending you a hug. Maybe your birthday's today. Maybe it's one day this year. I don't know, but I'm excited to celebrate myself, life, and yeah. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.